Well, we're back again, and we are doing back to the organics. Oh, hang on a minute. We are doing back to the organics. Let's cut that out. Very good. Nice noob start. Yes, we love it. I'm already missing fly mode from the flat pack map. Never mind. I'm going to try and carry on with this. I think we've got to get up there and then carry on with the coal, I think is where I left off. See what happens. Did I get water across in the end? I think I did, didn't I? That's what these pipes are, randomly coming here, which I don't like. They're a temporary setup. That's right. Just trying to get my head back into gear from the other map, because I've been so focusing on that at the moment the last few days. That's right, we've got one coal gen, two coal gens going. And that's right, we made a small leaf that could basically fit in without clashing when we need it to. So for when we do the decor, what else did we have to do on this map? I think we had to, on this particular build, we've still got a few things to do. We've got I think we're still going to do all the wire cable or something for the automated wiring. And I think that's where we had sort of got up to, but we were going to concentrate on trying to get these four things done basically for the coal to get the power. I mean, technically we have power from the other end, but I want it to be reasonably self-sufficient. Not far off positioning, somewhere around here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Good morning, Mac. You're more than welcome, mate, to just chill and blob or to chat away as you so desire. Just trying to get my head desperately around this build because it's such a weird, complex build in some respects. Particularly now it's doing this flat pack stuff, although it's a different sort of challenge, it's made me realise how easy building flat is compared to doing crazy stuff like this. Just makes everything 10 times harder. Why is that going? Maybe it needs to just come down a fraction first. Do that, have a look at it, see whether that looks okay. Yeah, it seems to be okay. Righty-o. Seems so long since I worked on this map now. It's only it's only been probably a week at the most, but it feels like a lifetime. It's really weird. So we need to bring up the... Oh, I just deleted something I think I wasn't meant to then. Oh no, no, that's alright. Got rid of the beam. Is it gonna let me? Is it gonna let me? Yep, there. I'll bring it around that way. Hmm. It's good to see them working. I've worked out, by the way, the thing I was struggling with the other day, I've now worked out, which is a bit of a side step, how I'd forgotten, because I hadn't done normal builds for so long. I'd stupidly forgotten how to do a simple bend, basically, on a simple bend on you know, like a concrete panel thing. So I finally got my head around it, and I believe from vague memory, and the thing that triggered it was thinking about Scully NYC again. Because I mean, it's years since, well, it'd be about a year ago probably that I looked at his stuff. And I really must get back to having a look at some of his stuff again and how he did stuff. But I seem to vaguely remember I was trying to do a rotation thing on the corner, and I was getting it wrong, and I couldn't work out what I was doing wrong. And what I've worked out now is it's actually quite simple. Just got to be slightly above it to do it. But if you get that point on the midpoint, basically, of like a half thing, press your H key and go back. No, that wasn't the midpoint, because otherwise you get the gap, and that's the problem. And that was the problem I was having, was getting that tiny little gap, and I couldn't remember how to overcome it, but I did. I tried it out this morning and got it sussed. So you do your control, got to get that to your midpoint, turn it once, or however many times you want, but once is good. Then when you come down that corner, if it's done properly, aligns. That is not done properly, it's slightly out. And this is what I mean. It was it's quite a finicky little technique, very hard to do without fly mode. So I'm discovering. On the other map it was dead easy. So we'll try it here and go back. There we go. And there it is. And it's a lovely little bend. Basically, that's very clean without using horrible other techniques like barriers and things, which you can do, but this one's quite a nice simple one just to use with the foundation itself. Just in case anybody's wondering. And it was so simple, and I was just like, oh, of course. And I came across it while I was doing the barriers. I started using the barriers and stuff to do them, and then I was thinking, I'm sure we found a way of doing it without the barriers and stuff, and then when I've been chatting about Scully, I suddenly thought, now he, I think, had a really simple system with it, and that's when I played around and it came back to me, and I was like, thank goodness for that. So it's a very simple little technique, but it works. But you've just got to make sure that center point is spot on, otherwise it doesn't. It just goes fractionally out, which is the problem I was having before. All part of the fun. Right. Well, which way are the pipes facing? They're sort of facing inwards, aren't they? I don't know whether this is going to work here. Actually, I might have to turn. Might have to turn the lift away a little bit. I don't think that's going to work. It's going to be too overlapping the sides. Yeah. Okay, so we need to, I think, change the way that that works. Maybe do it up part way like this, and then bring it up where we need it, more to the side. I think that's probably going to work better. How did I do it over there? I can't remember. So that's it there coming in. Yeah, I turned it. Yep, I thought I had. So we've done something like that basically. That's a pain. I don't really want that there on that. But I don't have a lot of choice, I don't think. Unless, tell you what, let's. Pull that back to about there. I think that's about right. We might have to dig in sideways to get around there, but that's alright. This side will be better. So we need to bring a splitter here. It's interesting how that lines up in the air. Very odd. That doesn't want to go in there. Oh my. Why does that not want to go in there? Let's try again. It's very peculiar how it's doing that. Is that still refusing to go in there? It is. Invalid belt shape. How can it be invalid when it's straight? Was it too short? Maybe. Yeah, okay. It was too short. And then we're doing a looks like we've done a squishy actually. So maybe I need to set that up. Let's do a merger there somewhere. How are we going to get that? Like that. I don't know whether this is going to work actually, because it's going to not necessarily be aligned, but we'll try. Oh. We have managed, but it is just squeezing past, which the others are not, so I'm not quite sure why this beast here is out so far. Let me just try one more and try a half nudge, which is what I thought I'd done before, but let's just try it just in case. That's going to be better, I think. It's just in. Okay. Then we want to go around to this one. Put him in, spin him this way. Take him around to there. Okay, so that's that end there. We just need the water now. Now the water comes up. There's the pipe there. Now how did we do that on this one? Just got to get my head back into gear of how I've been doing this, because it's been, as I say, it's been a while. So it's on the outside of that light fitting. Okay, yep, that makes sense. So if we pop this back for a second, we then want to put in a floor hole at the halfway point. I think it's there. And we want to do a there. And then we do a pipe from there on a curve to there. Horizontal to vertical, or vertical to horizontal. There we go. We should have water. Yep, we do. And then we do a straight one. Straight. Like that. We have water. So we just need to connect the coal up now down the bottom end. And power, of course. This is going to be tricky, trying to work out how. Might be best if I do the lift first. I'll have to sort of do it twice just to get the alignment. And then we're going to need to stick these up so we've got those as well to put back. And then we can delete these ones. Yeah, delete that one, delete that one. Delete that one. Give me that one. That's it. Then we can delete these three. Bit of a fiddle, but gotta be done. Right, there's the thing that we're looking for. So that ain't right. We're gonna have to resort that. So okay, let's do this slightly differently then. Do that, move that into about there. Does that alignment look about right? Yep, it doesn't look too far off. Cool. So we'll stick that in, get rid of, not that, that. Then we can get rid of that. And that. Now, how far back does this go? Is it just to there, is it? It is, okay, so we actually need to take this back quite a bit. Where's that one going to? To there. When I redo these blueprints, I'm going to sort this out when we upgrade them all, because they're going to have to all be redone. Which is fine, but it's a bit of a fiddle, but it is what it is. Right, so if I take that one out, take that one out, take that out, take that out, and then do that down to, it's not going to go in. Why? Have we got this facing the right way? Maybe we need to actually come back to that lift. Maybe that's what I did. I think I might have done actually. It rings a bell. I actually went back to that lift. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think I did. I think I took it back there. Memory like a sieve. Now, why is that not connecting? Don't tell me after all that I've got this around the wrong flipping way. I think I have, because it's meant to be going that way, isn't it? Ah, what an nincompoop. Sometimes it makes me wonder. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous, mate. Oh, come on. There we go. There we have it. So that's back in. That one can come back out. Now what we have to do is get another one of these in as tight as we can to that. And then we have to cannot be nudged. You've got to be kidding me. What do you mean you can't be nudged? Come on. Why can it not be nudged? It was just nudging. There are some strange things that happen on Satisfactory. I've been having a really weird glitch on the other map, by the way, where items can't be deleted, and I have to quit the game and reboot it, and then it deletes. That's a new glitch for me. I've never had that in all the years I've played. It really doesn't like doing that, does it? The only way I can do that, I think, then is to do that and then nudge the top one. Yeah, see? Lets me do that. Very bizarre. That's got to go. Don't even think it's going to be able to go there. Where are we going? Around that way? Don't know whether we can actually feed it from there. I think we're going to have to come around this other way. Which means I need to do the other one first. Okay, leave that one in chaos. What we do here is a similar thing. Go up. Delete these. Yep. And then we need to delete these ones so we can actually access these ones. And then we need to take that one up. That one up. That gives us these two to take out, which should give us access to that, yes. And then we need to take this one up. And then we need to go for that one, I think it was. Yep. So that's the one into there, then we need this one to access to delete the other one. Yep, there we are, we can get it all now. So what we need to do again now is put up a somewhere around here. I think it's actually a half nudge we do. Maybe, oh, we might be able to just get it in there. At least I remember to face it the right way now. get rid of that. Get rid of that. I want to get rid of that. I want to bring that down to that lift. Awesome. And that should be that back hidden. Okay. Okay. Just check that from the other side just to make sure that we have. Yep, we have. Okay. Damage copper. Ooh, that's not right. That's not right. Why is that sticking out? That means this is not in the right place. No, it's not. It's off center. Damn. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. So we're going to have to go back. That one there. That one there. That's frustrating. So we need to go across, I think it's half a nudge, is it? Yep. That's all it was half a nudge. Then we're going to go back and do this. Hopefully we can get away with a bit less deleting. I'll try and see if we can just do this side. I'll just do that one. Nope, okay, it needs to come. And then we got this one here. That one there. And right, there we go. So this has to come out. That can come off. And go from there back down to there. Hopefully this time we got it right. done it. Yep. I thought I caught one at the back there earlier. Right. Where were we? So we now need this to come around on a curve to here. Archy curve. Thank you. Take that out. And that's going to feed, all being well, up there. We've got water going up there. We just need power now. Just need power. Now, if I remember rightly, we've got power somewhere in here already. So we've just got to get it in there. Did I? I'm not sure how I did this last time actually. Doesn't really matter how I did it as long as I can get it back up there. So as long as it's basically hidden pretty much. So if I pop a outlet on there, is that about halfway? Very difficult to tell. I think it's snapping in the road between the two pillars, so it's not going necessarily central. I wonder if I can tap it. Yeah, I can. So if we pull that back to here, that will be hidden. Then we just need to get up there. I really don't recommend doing these builds in non-creative mode just because of the fact that it creates such a problem to get access to anything to do it. Now there is a place up here where I can get a what's it on. I've just got to find the right spot for it there, and then I can nudge it in. The hard point then is selecting it again. You get these brief glimmers where the cursor isn't even on it. Right, I think that's done it. And then we just got to connect that up into the power point up there. Ideally I need to get up there really. Don't tell me that's not high enough. It's not. Oh, you little swine. I don't think I can jump it. No, it's not going to let me do the old trick with the parachute. Okay. Sometimes when you get near walls or cliffs and stuff and you use the parachute, it takes you upwards. It didn't want to do that. So we can bring it up to there. And then that can go across to that one. And that should give us power. And the lights are on. Very good. So we have power. Okay. Right, so that was that one set up, ready to go. That means we can now scoot this one around, which is what we were. So we'll do that. Which basically means this fella needs to, in fact, go that way round. To somewhere like that. Do we need to do a half nut? Yes. That looks like that might work then. Logistics. I'll do. Stick that up there. Take this out. Pop a new one in to make sure it's going correctly. We should be able to curve that to there on a curve. Coal's coming in, coal's going up. Awesome. We can close this off. Right, very good. We got there in the end. So let's go back and just check that we can get that going. What was the other thing we needed up there? Was electric, I believe. So we just need to do a similar thing here, I think. Somewhere fairly visible, hopefully. That'll do. And then we need to do a similar. Come on. Please go up. Thank you. I think from there we should be able to get up. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Thank you, sir. Where are you? Right. So that's power going to there. So that we can cover up again. And then we just need to take this one up into here. Let's go up the ladder actually and see what we can. There we go. That's powering up. That is powering up. Now the only problem we've got is our light thing on this particular one is hidden in there, so you just got to find it. Which is a bit of a pain, but it's not going to let us up now, is it? Nope. Oh well. Down we go and up the ladder again. Actually, we can close that back in from down here. There we go. Put some copper on there. Right, we're just going to check up stairs, make sure those are okay. There is smoke coming out of it, which is a good sign. That's good. All nice and even. Sweet. Very good. Okay, so we just we've got coal coming into this one. We've got power, I think, coming into this one now as well. So we've just got to set it up and connect it all, and then we should have our 4 coal generators producing, I believe, or using 150 coal per minute up, and yeah, giving us 600 sort of megawatts of power basically, so which should be enough to run this little factory, which would be good for the moment. Okay, so let's repeat and rinse. We've only got a little bit to do now. Fortunately enough, we've got all the tricky stuff to do done. Missing rotors times 10. I forgot about that. Can I make them here or not? Yes, I can. Let's make 10. Well, it'd be a good achievement if I can get that done today. Anyway, these coals, that's one of my goals I wanted on to get done. And we will need to set up the wire production so that we can actually get this automated wiring started being produced. We're getting a bit slack on that. It's been a bit of a slow build, but it has been a tricky build, so it takes a little bit longer to get these things, unfortunately, sort of sorted. That's where it goes. Now with the water again, we got one there. Take that out, and then we do a curve on this to there. Horizontal, vertical there, and then a straight from there to there. There we go. No, we want to do that one here. Close that back in nicely. All right. So we've got to bring that up and around. A splitter we need here, and we are feeding it that way. Let's just see that that goes in. Yes. Just within the leaf. I suppose we could try and see if we can get it in a little bit fraction nearer. I think that's going to be too close, but we'll try. We will try. Oh, it's close. Yes, it is letting me. Good, 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 good. Curve, we can copper these up. So that's that. What else is left to do? No connection. We've got no water. Why have we got no water coming up into this one? That's odd. Have I not? Ah! I have not yet connected it. So we need to. This is going to get a little bit fiddly as well. So we actually need a hole in the floor there somewhere. Hopefully that's not clipping. Nope, we're okay. And then we've got to get that hole there connected to this pipe. And we can do that with a curve again, like that. And we now should have water flowing. Yes. Awesome. And we can also now put these back. Sweet. Yep, we will need to go back now and check when I can find my way back out of here. There was a way. I did have a little system in place for getting out at the moment. Okay. I think that's done, so we can probably take that down. Take that down and that down. Let's go and check this out. Nearly missed it. So that's now working. So that one's okay. That's functioning fully fine. This is the one we need to check out, find out what's going on here. So we've got water now. We have coal. We just have no power connection. Of course. So what did I do over here for that? I think I just took it to underground. Where's the cable? How come that one's not connected? It is connected. It's coming back through the building, that's why I didn't see it. Right, okay. Yep, so I just need to do that, okay. Sweet. So we just need to literally grab a cable from there and plug it into that there. We are connected. Now, I do believe that is the 4 coal generators up and running. We've got no lights going on this one, which is odd. So that needs looking at. So let me just see if I can sort that. We technically have it wired. Yeah. Ooh, come on. There you go. Has that done blue lights now? No. How peculiar. Yeah, the lights are not working. What have I done wrong there? is that now on? I think we've got some light there now. I think I just forgot to connect it to the actual... Yep, we've got lights, you can see them changing there. Yep, cool. Got there in the end, we just had not quite connected it to the actual power supply. Does help, doesn't it? Does help. Right, very good. Well, in that case, we have the lights working on all of them. We have power coming out of all of them, which is great. So we need to obviously decorate them up at some point, but we also need to get this wire going. So let's start looking at that. That's going to be the next big thing. I believe one of the connections electrical was incomplete. Yeah, it was. Thank you. Well spotted, Mac. Yeah. I had not flicked it across. Never mind. As I say, it's thrown me a little bit out with this map coming back to it because it's been about a week since I've been on it, and getting my head back around where everything was and what I was up to. Yeah, it's taken a little bit of doing. Status. So we've got status. They are going to be coming across now. We've got to think about this, haven't we? Because we've got to think where we put in these other pods. Because we've got, I think, cable to produce for the smart plating, and where was that being done? I'm sure we've got something ready for that pretty much. But knowing where is the question. I've got to finish all the decorating off yet of this to replace. I haven't even coloured, look, the bits up on this. So these are smelters for iron ingots, and it ain't moving, which basically means... Where's it going to? A bit of clipping there we need to probably sort. Okay, it's going up to that one. $80 ingots for wire for stators. So that will be going up. I've got myself completely lost and confused on this build now. I need to go back through and label it all up. It looks very nice, thank you. We're getting there slowly. It will look good when it's all complete, but it's just the setting up of all this and working within the parameters is just a interesting challenge. So that's the wire there going to there. That there was going into this one for that. Okay, so that's for the steel pipes. I did have another one somewhere which was just ingots waiting basically to get used into or put onto a pod for making, because when we do the recipe for the automated wire we need stators and cable, and we've got the stators now being produced. They're here waiting to go to the automated wiring pod, but we've also got to make this cable stuff, and I can't remember for the life of me where that is. that's coming up here. So how much, let me work backwards from the stators. That would be the easiest way. What we'll do is we'll stick up some signs just to get some clarity again back to this. Parts. This is stators. Right, that's stators. And it requires, it's producing 10. So let's go here, 10 stators. And it requires 80 wire and 30 steel pipe. 80 wire and 30 steel pipe. Okay. Why the pipe doesn't go next to that, I don't know. How odd. Oh well, I'll leave it like that just so I can keep it on the single line for the minute. 10 stages, 80 wire, 30 steel pipe. Okay, so we have the steel pipe coming in, and that's being made over there. And I believe that's producing the 30. Yes, it is. Okay. $30 for stators. Right. And this here is the wire for the stators, which was 80 required, wasn't it? Which is there already signposted. Okay. So we know what those two are for. This one and that one. What we don't know is what that far one is over here. And this one down here. So this one here. Hello, what we got here? Iron ingot for steel pipes. Right, okay, so that's producing that. $80 ingots, so that's produced the ingots for the wire. So what's this one doing? That's the one I want to find, so that one there, oh, it's there, out on a limb. And I think this could be the one, but we'll see. This will teach me for leaving this one for a week between building. Had it all in my head before, it's all gone. Vaporized. 80 wire for status, so that is the stated ones. Okay. So have we not got any pods? We must have, because I set it up. It just doesn't make sense. Well, that's gone and very confused me, basically. This one's not powered at all. So maybe this one here, this is the ingot making for the cable. And we haven't yet got it going anywhere. That's what this will be. Yep. Okay, because this is iron ore, I believe. Yep. And we're going to do the iron wire because it produces more for the cabling. So, with that in mind then, we need to work out where the pods are going to be. So, this builder's just starting to give me a headache. No surprise. Oh, come on, up you go. Thank you. Right, okay. Just trying to find out where I can put another pod basically, because I've got effectively I'll have 2 pods that I've got to yet do, plus then a 3rd pod for the actual automated wiring. So we've got 3 pods still to build. I just need to see where we can actually possibly place them, where they're not going to clash too much. We could get one out here. I'll remove this leaf and put in a stem instead. I think that's possibly the way it's going to go, is one out this direction. So take that one off and stick a stem in there. Okay. Okay. I honestly do not ever recommend people doing these sorts of builds without having in creative mode. It's like it's just literally becomes a big headache. Which I'm discovering more and more as time goes on with it. I think we're going to end up with a bit of a clash there, but not a lot you can do about it. So we have to technically go up to there and then in. We're going to find we're going to have to replace some of these leaves with the shorter ones because they're all going to end up clashing. One we short on. Auto wiring pod base. Okay, let's, I don't understand what the difference was between 1 and 2, and I still don't understand that. I'll have to check them out in the blueprints and delete what I don't need. So technically we're going to need 3 of them. So let's I'll do those ones. Copper piping we're going to have to go and get. Copper sheets, I mean. These we can make. And we need 24 of those, and we need 9 of those, so we're going to have to get. We need the copper sheets, I think, for that. Versatile Framework seems to have slowed down in its production. I'm not quite sure why. I'm just watching. Oh no, there it goes. It is going up still. 29,834,875 now. Yeah, it is going up. Just seems very slow. Right, let's go and hypertube back and grab some sheets and materials so we can make those bits. And get a nice view of the building when we come back from a distance. It definitely looks like a desert plant sort of thing. It's a giant one. I'm pretty pleased with it overall. It's actually done not too badly. All things considering. And the total opposite of my flat pack map, which is I'm actually quite enjoying for a total difference. As info just jumped you an email, is that? Sorry, the emoticon on my phone is covering the word. Nothing vital, hopefully it makes sense. No worries, I'll take a look, mate. Just go and grab some copper sheets. Remember last time I had great difficulty finding them again where they were in this semi-made factory. Still incomplete, but this time I did remember. They are on the bottom floor down the end. Let's grab 200 there. Sorry guys, we're going to just dry you out a little bit, but smart plating isn't a priority now, it's just being sunk. Sunk. Talking of which, 4 tokens, okay. I did replace it a while ago, there was 30 odd tokens in there, so that was handy. While we're here, we'll make the AIL thingies while we're here, just in case we need something else. AI limiters, that's right. Man, that's... how relevant is that nowadays? Need limits on AI for sure. And they ain't doing nothing about it. Mad world. Yeah, that's not a problem, mate. Just read your email, Mac. We'll have a chat about that privately on email. I'll send you a reply at some point. Okay, so where were we? It was there, wasn't it? Gonna be pretty tight there actually. I don't know whether we can do it there actually. I think we're gonna have to actually ignore that. Sadly. Although that is the ingot maker, isn't it? Yeah. What happens if it went in there? Could we get it out here? Try for a second. 1, 2. We need to nudge that in a bit. Somewhere around there, like that. That might be a better position for it. Let's try. Going to clash with the leaves on that side, so we're going to have to. Can't even put it there. Why? It's interesting. So what I need to do is just have a little look and see if that's. It's so close, we can't do that. Oh, yay, yay. Okay. What we're going to have to do then, we're just going to have to go further up and out because we can't go off the ones we've already built off by the look of this. So we are literally going to have to oh man, I just want fly mode. Or hover back, and I can't have either. Makes me want to weep. It really does. Oh, come on round, up. Thank you. Now, according to this, what I've got to do is actually come off here somewhere and go up. And that's going to be a hellhole for a number of reasons. But I don't have a lot of choice in the matter. Oh no. Why? Just why? It is so frustrating sometimes. So frustrating. Okay, so actually maybe I should aim for off this one and try and get it somewhere in there. Wonder how that goes. Let's bring that out and have a look. So around. So far I used the amount of doubles. Okay. Right, we'll check it out. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Hello. Right. Well, if this is the case, this is what we're now doing here. And I've got to try and not fall off the ladder. Oh dear. Oh, where are we? There. So I need to try and find out if that's the right position. This here is sitting up high, but we're having to do that. But it is okay because there is only stages up here, but we are going to have to do a slightly different design up here to cater for that. Right. So that is going to be cables. That is going to be cables. We are going to have a second arm. So ludicrous as it is, but we are going to have a second arm because we need... So we've got the ingots coming in. The ingots are going to go up there. They're going to be produced into more wire. That wire then has to go to another pod to do cabling. So I'm thinking possibly one out here, this direction. So let me actually climb up on this machine. Might be a little bit better. So what I'm thinking is we can do one possibly this way. If I can just get a proper angle on it, and it's not going to let me do that at the moment. Why? Why? Yeah, but yeah. Ah, no. It's flipping gone and built it randomly now. Just easier to put it on the ground and bring it up. Right. That will do. Let me stick another one of these up here then, and then we'll go and just check out the positioning of it and the look of it from a distance a little bit and see whether it's basically looking okay in terms of its overall. Je ne sais quoi. Ignore the ladders and the non-decorated leaved pods. I think that would be alright. I think that would be alright. And then we just need one more pod for which we could take possibly off here. Or we could take it off one of these going back up into the center for the actual finished product. It would have been nice to have had it going off the other way a little bit to counterweight it, I think, but That's all right though. It is an amazing look. Yeah, it's wacky, mate. It's wacky. And the copper colors and the soft pinks and blues actually work really well with the desert, funny enough, which is quite funny. And what I hadn't realized until the other day was that those colors are not far off what's in here in this plant. So it kind of actually sort of has a link, which is actually quite amusing. But yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. It's just fiddly, absolute fiddly, and particularly without any flipping proper movement, you know. Do not do this at home. Do not do this vanilla. Trust me. You, from years of experience, trust me, do not do this vanilla as I am doing. It's an absolute pain in the butt. Only do it if you can with fly mode or hover pack. Because you end up with a million ladders everywhere, falling off all the time, having to do everything about 300 times, which takes even longer than on the build. And your stress levels triple, and your life expectancy is halved. Apart from that, it's great fun. Right. So what I've now got to work out, and this is the hard part of the puzzle. Interesting. I managed to get that one down into it, which I should have done with this one. And now I've got to reset it. Yep, okay. Okay. Can I do it, or am I just going to have to do it on the ground again? Yep. I've got to try and get that iron ingots. I've got to curve that belt up around the outside almost of the building, a bit like a vine almost sort of thing, and getting it to come across to this pod so that the ingots thing can be down one. It's around there somewhere. Yep. There you go. Please don't delete the whole thing. Thank you. That needs to be redone. That's not too far off, that'll do. It's a rough project, isn't it? My other flat pack one isn't so rough. Right, okay, so what we've got to try and do is get well, basically we've got a thing under this, haven't we? and you all know what I mean by a thing. There is that belt that is in here that I need to get a lift to, or carry a belt to, or whatever. So I just need to expose it before my peers, as Pink Floyd says. Showing feelings of an almost human nature. This will not do. Yep, nope, nope. No, good thing I checked. Alright, that can come out, that can come out, that can come out. There goes the sweetie. Right. So, where was that pod with the... It's miles away. So, this is where it's going to get to begin a interesting nightmare. Is this the one? No. It's that one. It's the furthest one possible, as always. So, what we want to do with this is try and bring it around in an organic fashion. Interesting that that was showing upside down. I don't know whether you noticed that. See that? It was actually going to connect it like that, which is upside down. Very interesting. And normally very physically impossible. I'm sure it's just a glitch of view, but so where we've got to aim up, but we've got to get it to that other pod first. So it's going to be very strange how this actually works. Or doesn't. That's the case, maybe. Just trying to curve it around at the moment to get it in the general direction of that pod. And then I've got to jump it up, I think, to the next pod. With a sort of sweeping curve like that. Which is still fairly organic, so I don't mind it, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like, yep, it will do. That one there's a little bit flat for it, so maybe we can tweak that one if we can get it to go straight off that, or is it's going to be too long. Got a bit of a clash going on there. Nail doesn't want to go where I want it to go. Maybe we should bring that one up A little bit higher there to start with, just to keep the organic flow going. So they'll go like that. Then we've got to get up onto there. Well, I should be able to jump up on the actual belt and it'll take me up. Yeah. Easy peasy. This is going to get a bit messy. Okay. I think it's this pod above that we've got to get to, but I'm not actually 100% sure. I know we've got to get up. Yeah, I think it is this one. It's this one here, I think. Because that's going to be the next pod there, and this one, which was off this one. So I think that's where we're going, because we're trying to get up to here. So we probably need to spiral this around and up onto here if we can. Try and get a fairly natural is it going to do that curve? That is ludicrous. It is actually going to do that. I did not expect that to go. I did not expect that to go. Look how steep it is. And we want it to go around into here, you see, wherever that join was. That's odd. Where did it go? That's bizarre. Oh, we redid it, didn't we? So we need to, yeah, delete these, I think. Nope, we didn't. Oops. Oh, bugger. I wish there was an undo button. I've just cocked up there severely. But we'll see if we can. No. Ay, 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 ay. I messed up there. That's not correct because it won't place it, so I know it's not right. Ah, damn it. I wasn't paying proper attention. I'm gonna have to sort that out later. Right, okay. There's the belt there around this side. Okay, so now where was that? I've lost. Oh, maybe. Here. Right, okay. So can I just curve it around onto that? I can. Awesome. Okay, well that solved that problem. Let me bring these down and reconnect. That one. Yeah, bodged up deleting those metal grids. That's really was a silly mistake. But I have to say it's not hugely noticeable only here. But I'll have to try and see if I can find a way of getting that back without replacing the whole deck. You might be able to, if I take this piece out, we might be able to do it because I might be able to take a beam from that center again and reset it. So yep, no, we can fix it. We can fix it. It's just going to be a fiddle, but I'll do that off screen. Okay, so that's one belt in, and yeah, floating around the universe it is, somewhere down there. Comes around and up. Got a little bit of clipping there. I might readjust this leaf to compensate. Because the leaf only needs to come up. So it's no biggie. Cool. Okay. Well, that's a crazy little line of belt, but it does look organic and it flows with the plant sort of thing. There's a little bit of a hump there, which I might deal with another day, but at this stage I'm sort of like, yes, okay, let's just get this thing rocking. Then we can spend the hours pnicketing out every little bit of detail. So what do we have here? We have no power. Well, that is not useful, is it? So this is the center. So we need to stick in a power cable. Nope, not a power cable, a outlet. Let's put a few around. Do we not have lights on this base? Or is this the one that's on the rock? Maybe it is. Ooh. Yep, down there. Should still have lights then. Yes, it does. So we've got a power cable just loosely. This is bad. I mean, this is a temporary blip, basically, while we were setting everything up. But we do have power going up the back of this, by the look of it. Because we've got it going from there randomly over through this building, and it won't be eventually. I'm going to set these up on little things, but anyway, so that there is going all the way over there. So in fact, why don't we set up a power point from coming across here through the ground? Would make more sense. Well, we've looked at that. We've already got some sense, sort of, relatively speaking, very much randomly there. And we can power this up. So let's go. I don't want to delete those parts because those parts are the parts that are the party bits. I'm getting delirious because I need a sugar rush. Because I'm addicted to chocolate biscuits. Let's do that. Then we need to actually get up there. Oh boy. I need to actually climb a ladder. Oh man. Where are we going? Okay. Not that one. It is this one, I think. No, that's got power by the look of it. It's this one. I've been playing for 2 hours apparently. Right, so that is there. Okay, that's coming up here. Oh, we have power coming up here. What's it going on about? Okay. Bang. That's a start. Let's just undo that a second, and that. Aha. And here we have the hidden electrics. I think I stink. Oh, that one hasn't even got a blinking belt into it. What's going on here? Ooh, that doesn't work, does it? How on earth was that meant to work? I think we need another doodad here. Whether that's going to work or not is mighty debatable. Well, let's plonk it in and just see whether we can even get belts at this point to work. I don't think we will, but... Oh, what? How the hell did that work? I do not know. Okay, but it did. We are not going to question it. Okay, so we now need to get the power off the floor. I mean, we could just do a pole here for the moment and let me worry about the big picture later on. Please, Mark 2, yes. Whew. At least we had those unlocked. Okay. We can tidy all this up later. I'm not worried about making it look gorgeously thing. I would just want to make sure this is working. Right, so we have ingots being made. And they are... Missed it. But what we can do is take the elevator ride. Oh, come on. Do your job. Thank you. Right, so it's going up to here and going technically up to there. So we've got to connect the lift out there and set up doing that. Now, how many watt sets did we need for the automated wiring? So automated wiring, we were doing, technically we're aiming for 10 ultimately, but I think to start with, no, because we're doing 10 stators, we need a 200 cable. Ouch. Well, that might completely shatter my... ten stators. Well, let's aim for 100 to start with. Got to start somewhere. That ladder needs to come out because it's now going through. And we need another, we need to get up there, so we need another ladder here somewhere. I don't think we're going to manage putting on... I don't think we're going to manage 200. I'll be very surprised if we can do 200 cable. I thought I'd done all the maths beforehand to see if I could fit it on this size pod, but maybe I didn't. It just seems like a very large amount. Right. So let's just do our little friendly hello, I'm here periscope up, and then we can sort out what we can actually fit on here. So if we're doing alternative wire recipe, so technically we need 4 of these. Oh, well, do we? Let's go back the other way a second. Because we have a second pod there for turning it into cable, okay? So, actual cable. So we needed, ultimately we needed 200, we said, didn't we? So that would be 3 of these. So if we do 200 divided by 3, there we go. That means we need 133.34 wire per unit. So we need 3 of those. So if we do, let's get some maths going here, 133.34, 133.34 times 3 is 400.02. So we need 400 wire technically to be made, which would be 4 of these. Yeah, basically. Close enough, eh? It can't do the maths. It's too finite. But anyway, so it's basically 56.25. So we need 4 of these. How the hell am I going to get 4 on here? So this is the question. I've got to get 4 on here. For that to work. And I've got enough, leave enough room that I can get it back up as well. Can I redo it this way? Do it like this, you know, do a little. This is not seriously not going to work, because you can't split it like that. Hey, by gum. Unless we do a 2 and a 2. So we could do like a 2 and a 2 there. Except that one's around the wrong way. Thank you very much. That can change direction, obviously. Maybe we need to do then a 2 and a 2 this side. That's the 4. Then we just have to work out how the hell that's going to come up and split into that. So we can have one splitter there. Maybe we could bring that over the top and have another splitter there. And we can align these because they're not. I think that could be the way around it. Okay, so I did that there, I was saying, and then you bring that one that way. Like that. Could you perhaps raise the constructors up off the floor level about 4-8? You could, because the leaf bit as the pod comes up is wider up there slightly. But I think we can still do this. I think there is a possible way, if it's going to let me do squishies like that. I think we might manage it. The difficulty here we're going to have to do is we will have to bring the lifts up for the exit and bring them over the top, which is fine. As long as it fits without clipping, I don't really mind. But the hardest part is going to be getting this out. But what we may be able to do is bring it under the floor and up. So we might do a little bit of a sneaky and in fact turn this one around. Do that. This is now not going to work, is it? Because yeah, it can work. We need to do it that way. Then you'll have a squishy here. No, that's not going to work because that's going to get in the way of that. So let me think about this. We brought this up this here. We need to get this. It's got to split off that way. Oh no, that's okay. We don't need that one, do we? What am I talking about? Because that will go to there. That will go when that one's aligned. Just. That will go to there. That's going to go across to there. That will split to there and there, and I think that's fine. We even don't need that. So all I've got to worry about is getting squishy to this one, to this one. And we've got a clipping on the light though. So maybe what I should do is bring this out to there so it's not clipping. That's better. And then this bit will probably clip somewhere, but right, I think that should produce then the amount we need, and then we just got to get it back out again. Man, that was, yeah, interesting. Now merges. I think this is where, because what we've got to try and do now is bring up, oh, excuse me, a lift like that. On each one. Oh. Right, so that's all the stuff coming out to here, and then we can bring that across nicely to this one with a nice organic curvy belt, and that should work, you know, okay. So because there's no point taking it back down into that arm just to come back up again, so we might as well just do an organic flow with the whole thing. And oh, just do I just do that? But I don't know whether it's going to be too simplistic. Whether it will look weird because it's not spirally enough, if you know what I mean. Bear in mind we're going to have leaves poking out either side and stuff, so it'll be reasonably well covered. And then we needed 3 of these, I think we said, didn't we? And ironically, I'm missing cable. The very thing we're trying to make. Is it possible while using the drone in photo mode to still nudge an item in place? I don't think it is, but let's try. Let's try. Enable decoupled. So I can't, no, I can't operate the Q key for the build mode. So when you're in it, you can't actually still build. It's not like the drone in Star Rupture where you go into build mode and then you can build. So that unfortunately is a feature that doesn't exist here. And that would be a fly mode, because that would be awesome. Look at it. This would save me so much hassle. It's the one thing on Star Rupture they got right. But yeah, it doesn't allow me to access queue mode, unfortunately. Which is a shame. Cable, wasn't it, we were looking for? There we go. Let's make some cable. But that was very good thought, because I hadn't tried it. I had not tried that one. What I'm going to do soon, as soon as this is up and running, we're not far off, to be honest. I know there's a lot of aesthetics to be done on this yet, but in terms of actual the build being able to get on and do its thing, we're not too far off, which is really good. And what I might then do, just as a change it up a little bit again, I might, once we get this operational, why is it? Hey, have I put a merger up here? I have, haven't I? What an idiot. Sometimes, Mac, I really wonder about my own sanity. Right. So we now need cable here. What are we doing? Not that one. Oh, have I got no... Oh, you gotta be kidding. I've got no whatsits left, have I? I've run out of lemon power shards. Yep, I've run out. Yep, I've definitely run out. Okay, let's grab. How many have I got on me? I've got 1 of those. So that's 3. Could do with some more. Wondering if I could. There's a purple one over there. If I get up this ladder. Oh, there's another yellow one there. If I can get it without being killed. Sneaky, sneaky. slowly does it. Hang on. Did you manage to sort your decal oil wash thing problem out? Or has it gone on the side for another day's headache? uh, nope. Oh, come on, no. Seriously? What am I trying to do? Well, I know neither of us are fans of mods for 1.1. There is one that will allow you to control train routing and priority. It's not a full planner, but fairly close. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the only mod I've really used in the past has been Infinite Nudge. Just because with the builds that I have done in the past, particularly the vertical ones where they're really tight. I mean, these are fairly tight, and they're certainly a bit junky in underneath, to be honest. And I could probably work them out a lot better internally if I just took a bit of time to do so. And it's one of those things I might do once everything's up and running and I've got basic things going and I've got everything unlocked, which is my key thing for building. I may sit back down and actually re-look at some of the blueprints and sort them out a little bit tidier and do them a bit neater so that they're more sort of, what's the word? They just flow better, basically, and less scrappy. So that is something I may do, but Infinite Nudge certainly helped massively with that, because it just allowed tiny increment changes, which was great. Now, what were we doing? Shards, weren't we? Power shards. So I've got to go and grab a couple. While I'm in the hover tube, I am just going to go and grab a biscuit to keep me going. Very good. We're up to 30,000 as well on the old now where did I put my did I delete it? No, I didn't. Here it is. But yeah, definitely the Infinite Nudge was my only mod that I really used and was a real favourite, to be honest. The other thing I did was the weather thing as well, where you can change day and night. Just for sometimes when I was working on one of the builds, the one that I've talked about in the past that used to have the big dome thing where the pivot point was 50 meters under the water. Most of the time in the day you couldn't see the pivot point, so I had to pick a certain time of day where the light was just right so I could operate it basically to get the pivot point. Otherwise it would have taken me, rather than taking me 500 hours, it would have taken me probably 1500 hours. 18, is that going to be enough? I think for the moment it will be. I have to say this plant looks pretty good when you're coming in from a distance from the desert. I do like it. From there, it starts to actually look like it's actually part of the game. Once that's all done, the other pods are done as well, it particularly will look quite cool. Bit of insanity, really. But what would you expect? That's for the blueprint machine. That one actually is ready to come down pretty much, that ladder. Because it's going up through that pod, so we'll have to deal with that at some point. There we go. Nope. That one's done. That one's not done. That's right. Now, this was meant to be cable though, wasn't it? Yep, so if we do Control C, Control V, Control V, and we want to do, we'll have to do the maths actually. Let me Control C and sort that out first. We needed 200, wasn't it? Cable? Was it 200 cable? I can't remember now. Divided by 3. I think it was that from memory. Right, okay. Well, that's a start. We need to get power up onto that to get that going. Man, we are close. We're not too far off, you know, from getting this operational, which is pretty good. There we go. We needed more power, Scotty. Hopefully that's not going to stick out anywhere where it shouldn't. No, that looks hidden. Good. Good. Right, now we need to do back to our little silly ramps. Oh my word. Come on. Get up there, boy. Hello. I don't think I'm quite high enough, am I? Ooh, just. Right. Gotta try and capture that. There we go. Bring that one down to that one. And then we just need to take this one up into there somewhere. That will do. No power on the lights, so interesting. Here we have a cable. It's kind of weird. Let me just check this for a second. We have no power. Did we not bring power up here? We mustn't have power up to this one either then. So that will mean... No, please, and thank you. Right. He doesn't want to do it for me. Come on. There we go. Alright, that's to there. Then that one has to go internally to the inside. So we're going to need, first of all, oh no. Oh no. What a pain in the bottom. Here we go. Come on, yes. Whew. So that can come to there. Where? Oh man. Keep doing that, it's not good. Right. Very good. Right. I believe that is a start. Man alive. Come on, jump. Thank you. Right. So that's got power then up to, technically it should be up to here. Should be all the way up actually, but yeah, we now have power here. And that means that should be powered. Yes, we've got white lights, so we need to go and adjust the lights, but basically that is done. Cool. So let's go up and sort those lights. There we go, lights are sorted. Go down and put one underneath as well. Oh, we need to get these going, don't we, with actual power. Doop. So what we're going to do, I think, is just bring the power from there to here, and try to find a convenient spot that isn't going to be too in the way. For the moment, until we can get the roof bits done that we did before, but all that will get sorted later on. I'm not worried at this stage about that. I just want to get things rolling. Now we have wire coming in, and now patiently waiting for I don't know whether we have power up here yet. Can't tell. Let's do a little test again. No, we don't. Okay. So we need to take that cable there. To there. I can't pull through, unfortunately. When I want to fall through, I can't fall through. When I don't want to fall through, I do fall through. It's not going to let me, is it? It's not going to let me get up where I need to get up. There we go. to do the same thing again with the cable down here. Come on, up, 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 up. Hey. I can't see if it's actually connecting to that or not. I can see it go as I fly by, but I can't seemingly get it. There we go. Finally. That just leaves that to be connected now to the center here. Oh, yep, it is open. Good. Let's grab that then. And there we go. We have light. Okay, that's one further little problem solved. So we need to get back up there now and make sure everything is working how we want. In basic terms, we can do tweaking after. I'm not too worried about it all. That's looking all okay. We are limited at the moment, of course, in production by the belt by 270, so there isn't any way we can actually produce the amount we need. But basically what it means is it's set up to produce 20 per minute once everything is in place. So there you go, we now are producing the cable. So we've got everything in place now, we've got everything to be producing what we need. We just need another pod and to combine the two elements, this element down here and the element that we've got here, the cable. So cable and stators, and then that is automated wiring on the go. So what we're going to do, we are going to bring a pod, I think, out this direction, out this way back towards the old boys, the coal gens. Where's it gone? Is it too high up now to reach the floor so I can't get the angle? Oh, don't you love it? I'm going to have to guess it from there. The problems, man, the problems. Stick with flat factories, everybody. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, it's not right. Yeah, stick with flat factories. I guess. Well, if I look at it this way, which way are we looking? West, roughly. So something like that. I don't know. We'll have to just try it. It's not quite west, I don't think, but let's try. No, it's not. It needs to be further around. Okay. Let's try that. See if that's going to do the job it's meant to. As we said in Reading, where I was raised up in England, Gunner. Is it gonna do the job? My parents always used to tell me off because I used to deliberately speak badly. Didn't want to speak posh. It was funny. Right, let's come up. That's not too shabby. And the last pod, all being well. Woohoo! Madness, eh? Then we've just got to decorate it all. But I will do that another time. Today, my goal today is to get this up and running with automated wiring. And then I'm going to have some lunch. And then, depending how I feel, I might stream this afternoon. I might just take a break for half an hour and stuff, and then come back and stream the flat pack, just for a laugh. But then again, I might not, because my wife will probably be due in at 2 o'clock. Yeah, well, I'll certainly be working on it anyway. I don't like to stream when she's around, because in case she wants a quiet time and wants to read or something. So I tend to avoid that. Keeps the marriage intact. Thank you, my friend. Have a wonderful day, evening. You're welcome, Mac, and it's nice to see you again. And your little input into the conversation and into the stream is good. I enjoy it. But we're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Just got to get these 2 lots of goods up here now, basically, and then we can get that automated wiring cranking out and take that back out. It is 5 per minute because then we're going to do 2 of them. So we're not too far away, which is really very cool. Now, well, I didn't think about that, did I? What I should have done was shove this arm around here If I can get the angle, I'm going to do it because it will make it a lot easier for getting the goods out. Please give me the angle. It is very, very frustrating because what I want is that halfway mark there to be the angle. I wonder if I, just for the moment, if I did that, and then dropped that on there, is it going to give me the freedom of movement? No, it's not. 45-degree angle. Okay, let's try something here a little bit different. Let's do the 45. Let's do that. So all the time you just got to think around outside of the usual box. And I think that is going to work. There we have it. I think that is pretty much it. I'm going to drop it. We'll see. Okay, so we want to delete that. 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 Then we want to replace that up here. I think that looks about right, but it's hard to tell from this angle. I think there's going to be better. Let's try it. Okay. This is where it starts to get a little bit exciting because I'm so close to finishing. Right, power thingy. Now we want to come in under that. Have we got a power? There we go. If I can reach it, is it going to let me without flipping falling down? Let's go to there. Ooh, that was close. Why is that showing? Okay, we're going at a funny angle, that's why. Let's try from there. There we are. Then what we want to do is we want to get that and plonk it there. There. Grab that, take the cable to there. We can close that back in now. It should mean that we can get cable now from there. Come on. Now I actually need to get up there because the only problem is let's see if this works. Yep. So I want to take it from there onto that pillar. From there. That means we have power. Yep, the lights are now working. Pillar can come out. We are going to need that power still to come up though, but we're okay. So as long as I put that one in, we can leave that one here because we're going to put on the assemblers for the automated wiring. We are so close now, guys, so close. Yeah, that'll do. Why is it? No. We're still on, aren't we? Yep, that's all right, cool. So, automated wiring. 1, 2. That's 5 per minute. That means we can do the 10 with the 2 of them. Control V. We now need to just get the goods up here, basically. That's all we need left to do. So, not much to go. And then it's all decoration stuff basically after that and tidying up, and then once we but we'll do that off stream and all that sort of thing at later date or on another stream, etc. But for the moment, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, so what we need now is to get this stuff up here, which we ironically need to move this ladder. It was out of the way for the last location of the pod, but since we shifted the pod, we need it actually there. Then what we're going to do here is we're going to go merger to there. Hopefully that's a curve. It's not allowing a curve, but maybe a default. No, that's awful. Straight. I really wanted organic, but I don't think we're going to have enough room to get from here. So what we've got to do here, just temporarily place these again and delete them so we can get into the ones underneath. And I must remember not to delete these before I put them back like I did on the other one. Silly move by me. Now, we've got to get into here as well, so right, is that one okay? So that one can be deleted. That's that one. No, that is that one. I just delete the other one. Doesn't matter, we can nudge them across actually on these, so it's not so critical. Right, there is the connection. And what I'm thinking is we're going to have to do the same as we did before, where we took out all of the connections back to the lift. Back to this lift. Okay. Back to there. And I think we need to take out all of that nonsense that's in there. Still one more. Right. So that's got rid of all that rubbish inside there. This is where when we upgrade and go on to the top tier stuff basically down the line, once everything's unlocked, I'll redo the blueprints and we will be cleaning all this stuff up a lot more and getting it a lot more slick. Hopefully. No, that is not working. It's gone somewhere, but the cable isn't going through. So hopefully now we can get a clean route through. It's snapping to something, isn't it? There must be... Ah, there we are. Had to be something. It's still snapping to something else. Where are you going to, mister? What are you snapping to? Let's try it the other way. Let's go from the left. Straight? No, I don't want that. Default. Yep, cable's going. Woohoo! Finally. Okay. So that we can get rid of. That we can get rid of. That we can get rid of. That we can. Rightio. And then this kerfuffle of stuff here. Was that one? Yeah, it was. Okay. Just don't want to do the mistake I made last time. Very good. Right, so that is one of the items going up where we need it. So we just got to then connect them, and then we just got the status to bring up from the other pod, and that will be it. So super exciting. So give me the connection. Where are you? On the other side. Really? Oh, there you go. So we'll bring that there. Lots of decoration to do. Got to get more pods in. Not merger, we want a splitter. Like that. If we really want to make this tidier, we could do this shorter and then bring it up through a hole here. And those are the sorts of things when I redo the blueprints for this and everything, I'll have a look at all that and address it nearer the time. At the moment, I just really want to get production going with the basic concept of these plant factories. And then we can sort of go from there. And the reason why actually I do want to do that, and I'll tell you why, because I had another ulterior motive here. The only problem I've got, yes, yes indeed, yes indeed, that's better. So in fact, what we can do here, oh, it's clipping horribly. Another problem to resolve at another time. There is a way around this very easily, but it's sort of more like, okay, let's just do it. Let's take that out. We will stick in a splitter here. Like that. And then we will do a squishy like that. Then we take the splitter back out. Take that back out for the moment. Yep, bring that up. Keep it under floor level, like that. And do that. And hopefully, cabling comes up, yes, goes in. And then we pump that down, pump that there, pump that there, and it looks grossly unsightly, but as I say, we will sort these details out at another time. We will sort it out. I will, because I want to. Dimensional depot. This, my friend, is what is going to go here in the center. Once we have the bits we need 100 wire and we need 50 of those thingies. But in the meantime, we need to get status up, and that is my main concern from that platform. So what we are going to do, we are going to do what we did before with our little organic belt system. Logistics belt. Make sure it's on a curve. I sort of want to do a sort of more, oh bugger, but I do need to be down to do it properly anyway, to be honest. That's looking, it's not even going to do that, really. Valid, but see, what's weird is it will do it inside, like really weird. How can I get this up and around? Do I need to go the other way? Maybe. How is that even possible? Seriously? You gotta be kidding me. It's actually gonna do that. Oh no. That is literally ludicrous because it will never actually allow. It won't allow me to hook back off this. It just won't happen. It allows me to place it, but it doesn't allow me to actually connect it. That's insane. Well, I knew that one wasn't going to work. We just need a nice organic flow. Seriously, mate, stop doing that to me. Why is that doing that? It's really bizarre. The last one worked really well. This one is just having moments that are not very good. Let me just try something a second. Look at this shape. I mean, normally that would not allow that. Because I'm thinking I can bring in a little lift there. This is still the wrong space, isn't it? Yeah, I don't mind the spiral on it. That's quite nice. But, I think though it's in the wrong, really in the wrong place. Let me try doing this. And let me try connecting that. That's kind of better. That's better. We'll bring it around. We just got to keep doing that basically. Logistics. And we'll try and link that up to that. Yep, it's working. Now we need to do more of a curve back up again. It really needs to go the other way if we can. Almost like that. Let's try it. It's working. Okay. Then what we need is a splitter here. Like that. We really want it to just come up into here nicely in a organic way, but fat chance. Shame. Valid belt shape. After what it's done, it tells me it's invalid. I wonder if we can bring it all the way actually without stopping. What would happen there? Yes, we can. Okay. Let's run with that for the moment. Let's run with that. And why do we not have status? Probably because there's no power down there. That could be a major reason. We do have power, but just, yeah, not in the way we were expecting. Yeah, we do have power. It's definitely working. Okay, we just need to bring it up to get it to the machine. The machine. And there we go. We now have status being built. Status, however you want to announce them. And we got these very organic fluid belts going up, which is quite cool, and that'll add to this sort of plant look as we decorate and sort out everything else. Cabling's here, that's good. Let's see what's going on up here and see if we're actually producing the bits now. We are, by the look of it, producing automated wiring. Yay! Right, so the only thing we need left to do is to put in the thingamajiggy. This. So we need that 100 wire, 10 of those. And then we are pretty much sorted other than decoration, which, yeah, well, that's gone well today. That has gone well. I was actually not expecting to get all that done. Not sure if we've got any of these in the container actually. See how we go. There's a few other tweaks I want to do up there as well. I want to yeah, a couple of other things I want to do. There's some of those. Okay, we've now got enough of those. We just need wire, I think. Just make sure we've got 50 of those in there, just in case we need. We've got tons of wire. Yeah, I think the other thing I want to do up there is on where I've got the cold gens, is I actually want to get some batteries up there as well, for when I'm switching everything around and stuff, just to help out with the power supply, so nothing's going to go too AWOL. Because I know there is going to be a big upheaval when I get to actually upgrade everything, so that's going to be a big job indeed. But we'll try and tidy everything up at that point as well. At the moment I just wanted to get basic concepts sketched in effectively onto the map. And there it is, as crazy and ludicrous as it is. Bit of a distorted view there then coming through there, it's quite weird. Right, so yeah, right up to the top. There we go. Are we really that slow on the stators? Maybe we need to turn one of these off for the moment and let the stators build them up. Mind you, they will do so and pull the cable once this stops. You'll get the backlog up. So yeah, no, we'll let it run for the moment. And we'll stick this in. Right there. And we will stick in a merger. This is where it gets a little bit more tricky. Stick in a merger there. How's this going to work actually? Because we need to split off. Can't have it just going to there actually, so maybe you need the smart splitter nearest it. Yep, and then a merger. And that's going to work a bit better. And that can come to there in a curve, that can come to there in a curve, that will feed into here, and we should start seeing automated wiring coming up here now. And if we want to get really a little bit more just because of storing stuff for, so we're not slowing production down for the objective, is obviously we want to save as much as we possibly can. We can just do that. And that, well then if we go to here, we can set this up as, well we could either, you can either do it as there's any and get 50-50 split, or we could just do it as overflow for the moment. Or overflow would be better, because eventually if we want to split something off this in to go elsewhere, we can, basically. But there we are. So we now have automated wiring doing, even though it's not showing up here because we've got, at the moment we've got this plugged in, the versatile framework plugged into the space elevator, which we've done 31,000 so far on that. And we've now today got this going, so very happy with that. Bit of a crazy build, and it's got a lot of work yet to do to tidy it all up and to get it looking nice. But we are getting there. Take a photo, eh? Decoupled. Just do a view like that. See if I can capture possibly myself in the far left, like, yeah, I can just. That's actually quite funny. Go. And we'll do another one. Just P. No, decoupled, yes. Oh, aperture, thank you. Bit too much red in that one, so we'll do a. It's not letting me go that way for some reason. How bizarre. Let's do a photo from there. Take a photo. Open screen. It's a slightly better composition, that one. Very good. Well, I think that is going to be it for today. In terms of what I get done on there, but we've got the coal generators operating. We've got to get the pods done on the rest of the pods and leaves put on, and all that sorted. But yeah, slowly. We are slowly getting there. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mac, for popping in and saying hi again. Do appreciate your company, and anybody else who's been lurking and popping in and out, taking a little view. I've seen the numbers going in and out, in and out, in and out. So I know you're there, so thank you. If you want to drop a follow and stuff on YouTube, feel free to do so. Obviously, it lets me know whether people want me to keep on streaming or not. And I'm only doing it as a hobby, so I don't make any money off it. So basically you don't get any ads, you don't get any aggro. So, but anyway, let us know. And thanks for watching, and take care. Enjoy your weekend.